is closed, but as you can probably tell, the mouths of these Cowboy fans could not be more wide open. It is a frenzied AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Tonight on this fine Thursday night, we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Dallas Cowboys. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Prescott faking it on the end around and looking to throw. Able to fight through one tackle. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Miles Sanders first carry of the game. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. Yeah, able to elude one tackler, but only gets this back to the line of scrimmage. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Nabi Matabike busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the 1st down. A nice run right there.
Prescott now. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. This one swung out to Williams. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want to throw body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
That's good for a 1st down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive. Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4 of 4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game, like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he stopped immediately there. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now Prescott. And that is caught. Touchdown. Ferguson. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight.
I do believe we came here to see a game, didn't we? And it looks like he's running what we call routes versus air. You just go out there with your offensive unit and throw the football with no defense. He's 5 for 5 on the opening drive.
He was on his game there for drive number 1, but my only thing is now he can't go any higher than that. He was so perfect. Can he do it again later?
Yeah, all he cares about right now is making it 10 for 10, 15 for 15.
Keeping that going.
And he feels like he can get it done.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Baltimore about ready to go on offense.
Their own 23-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Micah Parsons, the linebacker, in on the tackle. It's rare that a man his size can't at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You're talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
So the completion good for just 3. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may...
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Jackson's pass intercepted.
Running right, here's Sanders. And he is going to lose yardage here. Marlon Humphrey on the defensive side making that look easy from his corner position.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
I think it might be time to move to a different section of the playbook there because back-to-back runs, both for loss. Now they have 3rd and long coming up.
To throw is Prescott. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29.
A loss of 5.
Nnamdi Madubuike, his 2nd sack of the night.
We always talk about how teams are so competitively matched and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. And this one is right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
So after the made field goal, 10-0 here early as the kick's away. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
And give him of 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
A 6-yard pickup.
Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go.
And it brings up third.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here's 3rd and 3. Jackson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Still going inside the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Zay Flowers, 65 yards. And the Ravens have got it back to within a score. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Looking to throw. Prescott. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Now Prescott. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 22
yards.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. Oh, Prescott stripped. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
The fumble on 1st down now. Here's 2nd down. Throwing. Prescott. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Prescott to throw it. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Nnamdi Madubuike in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. And that is the third sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center.
Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other. At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. He's got his target. That's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
A 1st down carry for Henry. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41.
All that blown up by DeMarvion Overshown.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
(10-7) our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it 2nd down and 12. Now it's Jackson. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Throwing is Jackson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hopkins. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
Here's Stout to punt as he boots this one away.
And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Here's Williams to start the drive.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender, and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, sometimes it's the beauty.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I'd keep going back to him.
Here's Prescott. A quick throw there is incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's Prescott.
Open man land, it's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Odafe Owe so quick, and he gets to him there behind the line.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Prescott.
That's going to be caught by Pickens.
A gain of 8 there on the play. And now it's 3rd and 4.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Prescott now from the 50.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
Now that's absolutely frustrating for a defender. Had a chance to get him on the ground before he got to the sideline, but what great vision and understanding where he is on the field as he headed for the marker and picked up the first down.
They go back to the ground with Williams. He finds some way to turn this into positive yardage as he struggles forward for a pickup of about 2.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down.
And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations up. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start, and make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
And that nearly intercepted. Well, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down.
Boy, that ball's just hanging up there waiting to be intercepted. That looked doomed from the start, but they took the deep shot anyway, and fortunately, it winds up incomplete.
60-yard attempt.
And he missed it. It's no good. And that will keep this a 3-point game.
I don't care who you are. 60 yards is a very ambitious attempt. Hard to make even in practice in the best of conditions. And now, worst of all, you give the other guys the ball to start their drive at midfield.
Well, they tried the field goal from just inside of 70 yards. It missed, and now this offense set up nicely at midfield.
And they'll run the option to start the drive.
Past the 20. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
So this play, until recently, only something you'd probably expect to see in a college game, but running quarterbacks are certainly in vogue, and this turned into a big play.
And you and I both know that for a long time, coaches worried about their quarterbacks taking too much punishment.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Derrick Henry, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens have taken the lead.
But just power football there, down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Cowboys 10.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. And now here come the Cowboys. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send down the field goal unit. And then now you can see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run. But for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And Lamb going to have a Cowboys first down as he gets this up past the 40.
9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
And the throw and the catch were just fine, but against zone coverage when you run a drag route, what you're hoping for is he makes the catch and makes someone miss, and they don't there. Very difficult route to run when everyone has their eyes back towards the quarterback.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
After the sack on first down, Prescott. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football. Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow. Out of bounds at the 1-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And a bit of a daunting task here for this offense as they'll start out at the 1-yard line.
I guess you could easily say there's a whole lot of real estate in front of them if they want to achieve their goal, which is get to the other end zone.
And 99 yards to go if they want to do just that. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
They were just trying to give their offense a little more room down near their own goal line, but this is just going to make things worse.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Again, it's Henry. Lucky there just to avoid the safety. Able to fight through the tackle, but still backed up near the goal line. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. On 3rd down, Henry. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, You saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
The Ravens send their punter out now, as he'll kick it away for the second. Oh, had to get it out quickly, but it's blocked. Oh, he's going to take this out of the back of the end zone, and that's going to be a safety.
Every team has plays in their book to try and buy some room when a safety's on the table. But a big variable is how does each team deal with the pressure of executing in those situations. In this case, they didn't, and they gave up 2 points.
And remember, following the safety, you give the football up as well, and they free kick it from the 20 now.
And now, how about this? The free kick from the 20 going to be out of bounds, and that, of course, is a penalty.
So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over.
The last series form, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. It's caught. Tolbert. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely. They pick up the catch. Not much yardage afterwards.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 yards and a Cowboy 1st down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy 1st down conversion. They stick to the ground game on 1st down. It's Williams. And a solid run down inside the 30.
42 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end, in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
And he still has yet to get on track in this 1st half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, 5 out of 9 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. He'll drop to throw.
Able to find his man. It's Pickens.
It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
Steps away to his left. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 17-yard line.
Now we give up the middle to Williams. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle 3rd of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line. He provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an
for the
open hole to
Cowboys
complete
field
that
goal.
pass.
A 35-yard attempt.
And his kick here is good. And they have regained the lead. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, and I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
So after the made field goal, back out is Aubrey to kick this away. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Baltimore about ready to go on offense.
And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football.
That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Jackson now. They set up the screen for Henry. No gain on the screen there. It's second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
So from just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 9.
Now Jackson.
He finds Bateman over the middle.
The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. This is 3rd and 1, very likely 4-down territory even if they don't get it though. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry.
Down the left sideline.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Ravens will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Luke now for the extra point.
It's good, and it's now 21-15.
Makes the score Ravens 21, Cowboys 15.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Cowboy offense going to head out now late in this first half. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Prescott from the gun.
He'll find Lamb. That's complete.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6.
Prescott now. Prescott able to get down there at the end on the slide, and he has the first as well. The Cowboys going going to use their second timeout now, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
At the 43-yard line.
Here's Prescott. He finds his man, complete. It's Ferguson. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout.
That's good.
And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He'll find Lamb crossing the formation for the catch. And he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
Second and 3 at the 35-yard line.
Final play of the half, Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield from Lamb. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. A little juke. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Raven offense set to start this third quarter. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I liked what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
That'll give them 8 that time, and that'll bring up a second down in just a couple.
Well, they've certainly spread the ball around so far, but they're definitely getting everyone involved now when you're throwing it to the fullback. It just shows how versatile this offense is and how everyone is a threat.
Play action. Now Jackson. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
And, Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson could really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got them on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. Second half with the lead, this is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive.
A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he stopped immediately there.
Kenneth Murray, the linebacker, there to make the play defensively.
He can rack up those tackles in bunches in the run game from that middle linebacker spot.
And what he has to do is make sure he congratulates the guys in front and tells them thanks a lot, because as the guy in the middle, the Mike linebacker, you're counting on your front 3, your front 4, your front 5, whatever you've got in front of you to take up all the blocking, allow you to roam and hit. And that's what he did on that play.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
To throw is Jackson. Going right back to DeAndre Hopkins. And he will have a Ravens first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
66 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22.
A gain of 22 yards.
Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
That's complete once again to Hopkins. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be second down.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area, and after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
Second down from the 8. They can get a first down by reaching the 5.
On the counter, it's Henry. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1.
First and goal.
7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Now they'll put a receiver in motion left.
Now they'll fake the jet sweep and run up the middle with Henry.
And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield.
Well, it's apparent the defense understands the situation. They have to keep them out of the end zone here. That's a great start by them. A loss on that play. Can they force them into a field goal attempt and still give their offense an opportunity?
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
Baltimore.
Lamar Jackson hooking up with Mark Andrews. And the Ravens take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the two-point conversion.
The Ravens will line up for the two-point conversion.
Jackson here, he's going to look to throw. And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it. So a sack on the two-point try.
27, Cowboys 15.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at about the 32. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
Nnamdi Madubuike. Make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Prescott.
Got an open man. It's Pickens.
And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
On 3rd down, you'll give them that. You just want to make sure that you play the first down line. And they were able to get him down and force the punt.
Prescott to throw on fourth. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
This is where the NFL is headed year by year, partner. A league where just about everyone has someone under center who can get you with their legs as well as their arm. And we've certainly had a nice display of that from both QBs in this game, and that continued with that first down run.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
But that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 41, here's a 2nd and 5.
Throwing, Prescott. It's caught on the right side, Williams. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
It's a gain of
22 yards there, a first down.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Looking to throw, Prescott. And incomplete on the deep ball.
We're going to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
Now a 2nd and 10.
To throw is Prescott. He finds his man, complete. That's Ferguson. So the completion good for 6 yards. And now it's 3rd and 3.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott.
That is caught.
Touchdown!
Dak Prescott with a connection to CeeDee Lamb. And the Cowboys are back within a score. So a strong drive here to lead off this 3rd quarter and gets them right back in this football game.
And I think we can safely call that a statement drive because they had to be saying, we didn't put our best foot forward in the first half, but we certainly mean business now. Maybe a better term, a prove-it drive. They proved it to themselves that they were ready to go.
27, Cowboys 22.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field.
Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
He'll start with a give to Henry.
And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. And the busy night for Henry continues. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, we use the term pitch and catch a lot to denote an easy completion. We just saw one right there on 3rd and 3 to pick up the first down.
Why are those so tough to defend? Just because they hit so quickly?
Yeah, it's all about timing and confidence. Quarterback sees it, rips it, there you go.
Here's Jackson. Throw left side complete. That's Henry. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 43.
And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. And the Cowboys force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Prescott. That's into the hands of Tolbert. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Up the middle, it's Williams.
And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. 58 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
4th quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. Play fake. Here's Prescott. Over the middle, complete. It's Williams. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 32-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's 2nd down.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Now Prescott. Forced out to his left. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Kudos for the defense from me on that one because they were prepared the whole way for him to try to escape and hit them for more yardage running it. I like the way they stayed zeroed in on him and kept him contained when he pulled the ball down. I think he was fortunate to get what he did on that run.
Here's Prescott. Left side to Lamb. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's good.
That's not the first time they've looked his way when they've needed a big play. He's been the go-to guy all game long. And they get the hook up again on third down to keep this drive alive.
The busy night continues for Williams. Even with that broken tackle, he'll be brought down short of the 15.
He's taken down.
It's a gain of 3, and it'll be second down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Williams going to get it again on second down. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up first and goal.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on first and goal. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
Now carry number 20 of the game. Here's Williams. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Javonte Williams, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys have taken a fourth-quarter lead.
Sometimes you get a first and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line, and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on first down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Ravens 27.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. But the bad news for them, they've seen that cushion they once had totally evaporate, and they're working from behind. The good news, they now have the opportunity to regain the lead right back. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. A throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Jackson options out left. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a third down.
And it's third down.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Now Jackson. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack.
Micah Parsons showing off that elite athleticism as he gets the sack. We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away from pretty good yardage, and that time they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field.
Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. This is caught by Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
Now, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
And a good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. 2nd down coming up.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Here's Prescott. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Nnamdi Madubuike. My goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really, really turning in an incredible performance. They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Prescott now. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the 1st. It'll be a gain of 9. And that's going to make it 4th down.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. It certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there, trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it, and the drive will wind up yielding 3.
So that gets him a little bit of breathing room, but not much. And you have to think back to the field goal that he missed earlier. This would be a 2-score game right now if he had converted then.
And if you and I are thinking about it, you know he is as well, because in the back of his mind, he's thinking, I hope I get one more shot in an important spot. He just made that one. He wants one more later to truly make up for the earlier miss.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
They go play action with Jackson. Out to his left. The quick feet by Jackson. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
They're not out of it yet, but in order to come back, they need him to play clean football the rest of the way. He makes a correct read there, passing on challenging a blanket coverage and getting the 1st down with his legs instead.
Running from the gun with Henry.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 90 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3-and-out.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
And he's got this down to the 35. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven 1st.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. the 25, but that second effort got him a couple extra. A good productive run there on first down. He winds up getting 8.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
Let's face it, you always want a team full of guys who can get you first downs and big plays of all styles, but you've got to have a big man you can just turn and hand it to, and he can be dependable in picking up first downs.
A first down carry for Henry. And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
Two things to watch. First, his strength and being able to break out that initial contact. But at his size, once you slow his momentum, it's hard for him to get it started again and end up tackling him behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long.
Now it's Jackson.
He finds Bateman over the middle.
Jackson's pass complete to number 7, Rashad Bateman. A 9-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Now it's Jackson. They set up the screen for Henry.
And he will have a Ravens first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. Now Jackson.
Late in the game, he's certainly doing everything in his power to buy time for his guys to make a play, but in this case, he's surrounded, and all he has room to do is to get back to the line of scrimmage.
They'll come up now. 2nd and 9.
Inside handoff, Henry. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Throwing, Jackson. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown.
A great effort there. A beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the Ravens are an extra point away from taking the lead here in the 4th. On his loop for the extra point.
And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter.
Makes the score Ravens 34, Cowboys 33.
Now after the touchdown, loop back out to kick this one away. And a great return, solid field position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line.
So Dak and the Cowboys down by 1. A little under a minute to go. They've surrendered a double-digit lead but can rescue themselves late as they come up on first down.
Prescott. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first. And they are knocking on the door of field goal range now.
That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Here's Prescott. Got an open man. It's Pickens. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. Here's a 2nd and 7. Here's Dak. Fires a slant, complete to Tolbert. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. A big play looming on 3rd down. To throw, Prescott. These guys running back out of the backfield. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Final minute, 1 timeout remaining. 1st and 10.
Now a toss left side. It's Williams. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Here comes 2nd down.
On the draw, here's Sanders. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
At this stage, you've got to hustle. Got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
A big play needed, no doubt. 3rd and long. Now Dak.
Dancing to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Odafe Oweh showing off the pass rush skills.
Now here's a timeout, as they will indeed call it with 5 seconds to go and a chance with a field goal to win the game. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. He's hit 3 times already, and this for the win. And his kick is right there. It's good, and it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And I tell you, when it comes to needing a field goal in closing seconds, pressure situation, there's something to be said for having a veteran kicker trot out there.
Agreed. It's so nice to have someone you can rely on, someone who you know has done it before. And this guy's as cool as they come, isn't he?
So after the made field goal, back out is Aubrey to kick this away.
And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
The offense for the Ravens returns to the field.
We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40.
And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort That was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Cowboys as we sign off and say so long from Arlington.